Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I always appreciate you watching. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. It hasn't been that long since my last movie review of a Clint Eastwood movie. I think my last one was The Enforcer not that long ago, the third Dirty Harry film. And recently I just kind of rewatched another Clint Eastwood movie, one of my favorites from back in the day. And so I didn't really want to do another one so soon, but since I just saw it and so fresh in my mind and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts about it, I thought, what the hell? Let's talk about 1977's The Gauntlet, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Clint Eastwood, co-starring Sondra Locke. You also got Pat Hingle in there, William Prince. This is a very fun action movie. In this film, Clint Eastwood plays a slightly different type of cop than his character in the Dirty Harry movies. As Dirty Harry Callahan, it's a bit more of a confident character, a bit more of a take charge, heroic character, but at the very beginning of The Gauntlet, his character starts out as kind of a depressed guy. He's an alcoholic. He's wallowing in self-defeat. The assignment from Commissioner Blakelock is for Eastwood's character, Ben Shockley, to pick up a prostitute who is a witness in this so-called nothing trial, and she's supposed to be like a nothing witness according to the commissioner's words, but it ends up being a different story when he actually picks her up. He's supposed to fly her from from Las Vegas to Phoenix. Eastwood's character Shockley shows nothing but reluctance in his face when he's given this assignment, but of course he's going to take it because, like they always say in these movies, you're the best guy for the job, you're the only guy for the job. And so he goes to pick her up, and right away there's friction. She has a mouth on her, a lot of sass. Of course, with Shockley being played by Eastwood and with Eastwood being this cop that is sticking his neck out for her, protecting her from the mob, basically, he is not going to take any guff from her. And in classic Eastwood fashion, you get that grouchiness and that attitude that is a lot of fun to watch with the one-liners and all the little quips and insults that he has, and she just gives it right back all throughout the movie. It's a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun dialogue. For a 1970s action movie, the action in this film holds up very well. It's a lot of fun, and what you have here is basically an action road movie. And I know we're all familiar with movies like that, and this movie is basically just this guy trying to protect this woman through all these, situations where left and right people are trying to kill them. I know we've seen this kind of thing a million times. The execution is what's important, and here the execution is done very well from Clint Eastwood. Because our two main characters are constantly on the run from all these misinformed and crooked cops trying to kill them, they're constantly having to change mode of transportation from like freight train at one point, car, at one point a motorcycle. Clint Eastwood in the 70s looks badass on a motorcycle, by the way. And so, yeah, they're constantly changing mode of transportation and just having to keep moving. And so the movie has a very quick and kind of brisk pace about it, which is a lot of fun for a 1970s action movie. Overall, I really like this movie, and I really enjoy this movie, especially on rewatches, because I enjoy me some Clint Eastwood action. This is a very well-made action flick. But if there are any kind of minuses for me, it's got to be that every now and then the performance from Sondra Locke, which I feel bad about saying because she's no longer with us, but I got to be honest. Every now and then it feels a bit weak for me in certain scenes. In some scenes it feels, strong and, like it services the movie, but in some scenes I feel like her acting takes away from it a little bit in some scenes. But another thing that I feel is kind of a minus on the film is the ending, which whenever I rewatch this movie and I get to the ending, it's just always very unbelievable, and I don't want to really go in depth about it because you should check it out for yourself. But yeah, overall, this is a very fun time. It is a fun action movie, and I do give this movie 3 stars. I think that even though the ending leaves something to be desired personally for me, regardless of the ending, though, I think this movie is a kick-ass time. It's a wild, fun ride, and I think Clint Eastwood carries this movie beautifully in the way that he plays his character. In terms of playing a character a bit against type, I think if you don't watch a lot of 70s movies, or if you have seen some 70s action movies but you weren't all that impressed, I think you should do yourself a favor and check out 1977's The Gauntlet. It is a very fun ride, and even though I don't really care for the ending, I think that it is worth watching because first 2/3 of the movie, or 3/4 of the movie, whatever you want to call it, yeah, it's a real fun time. And yeah, the ending for me is kind of weak, but Clint Eastwood really kind of carries this movie, really is the main reason to watch this movie. I mean, he's the man. For any action movie junkie out there that really enjoys a good action flick, I do highly recommend 1977's The Gauntlet. I know that you can find it on streaming. Not that long ago, I remember seeing it on Max, since it is a Warner Brothers movie, and they have a lot of Clint Eastwood's Warner Brothers stuff on there. But yeah, here is my copy of the film on DVD. There it is. 1977's The Gauntlet. As you can see there, our main character Eastwood right there pointing at us with his big ass gun. Usually Eastwood has a big ass gun no matter who he plays when he's playing a cop. And right there to his side, Sondra Locke's character. And Sondra Locke and Eastwood were romantically involved for like 14 years, and apparently they broke it off in '89 when they just decided they needed to pay attention to their significant others because the two of them had their own things going on, if you know what I mean. You know, she was basically like a 14-year side piece, and really sad that Eastwood, I guess, dumped her because she was a little bit too clingy to her husband when it came to her husband. So yeah, kind of fun little gossip, Hollywood gossip there for you. But yeah, either way, 1977 is The Gauntlet. There it is. Thank you very much for watching this classic movie review. I very much appreciate it. If you're into the classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, and if you're new to the channel, hit the bell, become a subscriber. I would very much appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you would comment, share, like. Always helps out the channel. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your support. I always appreciate it. Everybody take care of each other. Peace out. Till next time, and God bless.